Well, guys, today's the day. This is the moment I've been waiting for at least 3 years. When I first bought my Burgundy van, which we called Rusty, I technically only wanted to buy it and use it for about 6 months, make as much content with it as possible, hopefully make enough money from those videos to upscale to another van, a better van. And that's why I bought the cheapest, most kilometers on the odometer I could. But as the 6 month kind of came around, the videos weren't making as much money as I thought they possibly might have. So I kept it a little longer, and then something would go wrong with the van. And then I would put in a few bucks into the van, which made me not want to sell it or get rid of it just yet, because I put, let's say, brand new brakes on it or brand new tires or something. I would do something new to it that would make me not want to get rid of it. And then the van would run for quite a few months or more without any problems whatsoever. And so I kind of did the minimal amount of effort for the interior of my van. And over the last 4 years, it's kind of getting a little tiring with the sleeping on a cot. And so today is the day. We're going to be taking everything out of this van. And for those of you guys who don't know, I bought the Burgundy van, which we called Rusty, back in 2001. And it had about just over 300,000 kilometers on it. When I bought this one, it had 148,000 kilometers on it. So it is less than half. Same year. They're both, this van and the past van were 2011. I kept Rusty as long as I could. And then it got to the point where some of the expenses to keep it going weren't quite enough to justify keeping that van. And that's why I decided to donate that to charity. And my buddy just happened to be selling his van. And so we made the deal in December. But of course, coming into the winter months, I had nowhere to build this van out, which I've been dying to do. And today is just a perfect day. It's going to go, I think, up to 17 degrees Celsius. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I don't have to be freezing outside. So we're going to take everything out of this van, pull the seats. This has the stow and go seats, and I'll show you when we get there. But we're going to definitely empty out the van and pull out the floor, and then I'll expose the seats, and then we'll try our best to take them out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, if I'm going to send them to the dump or put them on the curb and see if anybody takes them. All right, let's get busy building. There you go, guys. It is all cleared out. I don't need to take the fans out or anything at the moment. They're totally fine where they are. And this is all the stuff I took out of R2. And here's all the other stuff. Obviously the kayak wasn't in there, but got my table, my chair, my booster for the battery. Just some things I'll probably take out, like through the summer months. I'll probably take up my little snow shovel. This is going to be a fun video that's coming your way once I get things done. But I got my Jackery, my DJI power stations, my self windows, everything is completely out of the van. This is a tool I just bought, and I talked about it on my vlog channel if you want to go check that out. But it's a pocket hole jig, and it's going to help me build out my bed. Basically, it makes these little pockets right there. And then you don't see screw holes anywhere on the outside of your work. It's all on the inside, just like that. So look forward to the builds that are coming up. But today, the main objective is to take out my stow and go. I might have to pull my seat forward. Wow. I remember when I bought it, the seats, I think, were already in the up position. It was really hard to fold them down. This one gets sticky and really hard to maneuver. But as you can see, we've got these big wells that if we take out all the seats, I'm going to have all this extra storage space, plus minus the weight of these for gas mileage and stuff like that. Let's see how easy this back one is. That seemed way easier. Now I just got to figure out how to get those out. It looks like it's big torque. There's a big bolt there. Just seeing if it's easier to access it from this end. This angle, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Try to get this one out on this like 45-degree angle. So it looks like maybe 1, 2, 3. We'll see how she pops out. Got a big ratchet. Not one of those fits. Let's see if one of these fits. My next dilemma, this might be too short and that might be too long. That bolt that's coming up. Yep. What a pain. Oh my goodness. Totally locked out. This is what I usually use to take out a spark plug. Nice and deep, right? But this fits. It's a 5/8. Bingo. There's a hidden bolt somewhere because it is not moving. Let's need to yank on it a bit more. Apparently there wasn't an extra bolt. Had to figure, oh, there we go. We'll take these out too. Get rid of lots of weight. Let's take that chair out first. Just out of curiosity, how many of you, men and women out there, when you're doing a job like this, how often do you get hurt? I just smashed my shin right there as I was pulling that up and it broke free. I always get injured. Like Tim the Toolman Taylor. This was the thing that was stopping me from taking it out. There's a little tab. If you push that in, this plate should come out easy, so you don't break it if you ever wanted to put your seats back. Right, this is also holding it back. I just used brute strength to get it off the last one. I'm kind of curious if we remove these bolts, will I need this? Will it give me more room? And there you go. I'm thinking this frame is attached to these things. So if I undo those other two bolts, maybe 4, then the whole thing will come out in one chunk. Yep, it'll come out. It's gotta get those two. I gotta push that center console forward. Well, that's not easy. Damn it. I always hit a snag. So what's this lever for? If not to move it forward or backwards. So I really don't want to take the center console apart. Just add to my day. So I don't think this is going to even reach in there. I was thinking that might be able to get in there. Oh, what a pain.
So I'm not sure what years this works on, but if your center console looks
so
like that,
a slightly better wife has a video with her son, and it's just a lever, and then you pull it up and it's supposed to detach as easy as that. Let's give it a shot. Are you kidding? It was that easy. I even pulled that lever, but it didn't seem like anything happened. Now, this whole thing should come out in one. There's something else. A few things are stuck. I'm thinking maybe those two bolts, although they're attached to this frame, they might be attached to the center piece. This part wasn't, or it was until I smacked it and then it came off. So it's like, dude, it's stuck as well. Those bolts are in my way. And they look like a pain in the butt to get to. Another pain in the butt. Lots of pains in the butt. Well, let's just hope this separates. I don't see what else it's attached. I'd very much like to get this piece back to cover all that wiring. It's very important, I would imagine. And don't worry, people, I will be vacuuming all this stuff up, doing the best job I possibly can. Start with a clean slate. I'm going to probably put all these nuts back on just so we don't have these bolts all sticking up. It might protect them a little bit. I don't know. So I can't see anywhere on here if there's an extra screw. There's a screw right behind that. Who remembers where I bought that? Like I said, I'm going to put all these nuts back on, and that will hold that in place. Pick the nicest ones. This one's stripped or something. Or maybe the bolts is actually turning. Yeah, I think the bolt's turning, unfortunately. That is all out. Look at all that extra space. I'm going to be able to access this side. I'm going to put a hatch here, or like this way. I'm not sure exactly which. I think it'd be best just to lift it this way. And then I'll like make a little hook, and it'll hook onto there so it stays open. Be able to store lots of stuff in there. That'll be deep storage, which I'll be able to access underneath the bed through the top. And last but not least, guys, man, that's a lot of thread. Whew, let's hope that's only 4 bolts to take this whole thing down. Oh man. That's crazy big bolts. Crazy big. Whew. Nice when you got lots of room. Oh, mousetrap. See, the bolts are getting harder to do. And I'm definitely getting weaker. This is the hardest one. Yikes. That's got to be a lot of weight right there, eh? Woo! I'm definitely going to put all those bolts back. Look at all that storage space and weight savings. Just gonna, they're not in the way. I'll also keep them close. Just in case I need them later. I put all the bolts back. 1, 2, and 3. Looks like there should be another one. Oh, there it is. Missed one. Now I'm just debating on putting that plastic back, because it might come in handy on those edges. Because all these are sticking up and I have to grind them all off. But when I put my floor down, it's not going to touch them. So let's just leave it off. I'm going to tidy up. We'll put that back. Then we'll load everything back into the car. And we'll see when we take it to the dump how much weight we saved. Okay, everything is put in the back. These 2 seats are definitely the heaviest out of the 4. The ones that just go behind the driver and the passenger seat. They got to be at least 60 plus pounds at least each. So I'm thinking altogether we're probably going to save 200 pounds easily, which is great because I'm going to probably put maybe 200 pounds of wood in here soon. I'm also going to keep all these nuts and bolts just in case I want to kind of recap them all, just so that they're not sticking up. You don't have that one bolt sticking out too far. It's going to go down a little bit further. I could also grind them off, I guess. We'll see how it goes. So it has to go in, down, snap, done. Lots of work. Guess we're off to the dump. We have made it to the waste site, the dump. Before we go through there, my wife wanted me to drop off the bag of batteries. So we're just going to throw that out so that doesn't get confused. You don't like your car idling, so you got to shut it off. Hang on. Hello. Oh.
Would you like another bag?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. You too. So they give you a refill. Let me know in your area, can you bring your batteries somewhere, or do you just throw them in your garbage? That would be unfortunate. We are going to go back into the main entrance. And it'll be interesting to see where they make me throw them out, because there are a lot of metal in them. So they might want it in the metal pile, and they might just want it in the regular landfill site area. So two things. I want to know how much all this stuff weighs. I'm guessing 200 plus. So anything over 200 pounds, I'm thinking. And how much it costs to dump 200 pounds worth of Chrysler seats. Two things. And this is rare to literally go through here on a green light and nobody's here. This is great. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right, how are you doing today?
What's dropped off today?
I've just pulled all the seats out of this van because I'm turning it into a camper. So they're
Pretty cool.
they're mainly metal, but
Okay.
you got your typical cushion part of it. But so I don't know.
Just go to garbage.
Straight garbage?
Yeah, and they don't have any airbags in them?
I don't think, no.
Okay.
I hope not, because I just pulled them out without setting them off.
I don't know what kind of vehicle it is.
This is a 2011.
I don't know if they're like in the side.
They might be
doors.
here, but
Yeah. I think we can take them anyways, but they go under the garbage rate.
okay,
Okay.
got it.
We're gonna go to number 4.
All right. So that's my weight is 2240.
Yeah.
2240. Got it. Garbage only. That's unfortunate. There's so much metal in these seats that it doesn't go to the metal scrap pile. And it's like bulky, rigid plastics right there, which is good because there's those big pieces of plastic too. Get closer without popping a tire. Done. Look at all that space. Nice. Go back onto the scale, see what we weigh.
It's $24. I think it's pretty cool what you're doing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to take a few days, weeks. I don't know. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
So 2080, it was 160 kilos. It was 352.74 pounds. Oh, wow. Wow. Incredible. Like I said, it was going to be over 200. I should have said over 300. It'd be interesting to know how much that would save you in gas. But now that I know what it weighs, pretty much empty. There are a few things in here still, but once I build it out the way I want it to be built out, it'll be interesting to know what it weighs. I'm hoping it'll be about that. So we're back to ground zero. I'm guessing my next best step is to get the vacuum out and give it the best kind of vacuum I could possibly give it. As clean as it's gonna get. And I'm gonna put that sheet of plywood back on there. I'm gonna put this back. I decided to keep it and I'll throw that back on there. It would just help kind of hide all this metal. For all those people who've been dying for me to clean this area up, there you go. I'm gonna get like a WeatherTech one, upgrade. So I'm not gonna work too hard in cleaning that because it's gonna get replaced. I have to vacuum this again because I keep putting my foot in here. My feet. Interesting. It doesn't actually cover up the whole thing, so screw it. It's not going on. It was to make a gap. These things keep it far away. So let's put these right back on. They just kind of zip on like zip ties. I'll keep these in. I was afraid if I left these off, there might be an actual hole to the underneath. Let water in and all that, so. So that can go in the recycling bin. And away we go. We are on our way. Again, I'm going to put everything back in temporarily and then start again tomorrow working on it. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned till the next video when we start to try and figure out some stuff. For instance, it's all the way to the back, the wood, and it's on like this little ledge, but you can see that it's going downhill to here. So maybe the fact that I saved this might actually level it off, or I can round off these corners and push the wood forward, or leave the wood where it is, but at least it will go past that little ledge. As you can see, there's a ledge there. So I can go forward, but then you've got this huge gap here. So I want it to be probably right up to here. And then we might also fasten it down from the seatbelt clips and put some type of a clamp system just to hold it in place. The front seats are kind of holding it in place, and then the weight of the bed and all that stuff will definitely hold it in place. So we'll work it out. Thanks for watching the video. And I also decided not to put everything back in here, even as a big pile, because then I'll have to dump it again. So I just used Moose, the big Sprinter van, as a storage unit, a mobile storage unit. And before I sign off, I want to thank all my supporters over on Patreon and my channel members. Without you guys, some of this stuff would just be a much more difficult thing to endure. So thank you once again for all your support. Talk to you in the next video.